The world of cryptocurrencies has now grown to an incomprehensible scale. Tens of millions of tokens exist, and every day new projects emerge, only to disappear without a trace. In this immense noise, it is hard to stand out, hard to create real value, and even harder to build trust. Most cryptocurrencies remain nothing more than promises. Flashy marketing, lofty goals, but behind them there is no real performance, no tangible results. And this is where IGNA appears. According to the rankings, it is currently found somewhere around the 3,800th place among the world's cryptocurrencies. Most people give up at this point. Many projects collapse simply because they fail to enter the top 1,000, because the crowd does not pay attention to them, and because speculative capital does not flow in immediately. IGNA, however, operates differently. While the entire crypto market is struck by massive price drops and a loss of trust, IGNA does not collapse, does not lose its value. In fact, it demonstrates further stability. This in itself is an extremely rare phenomenon. When everyone else flees, when masses of investors sell their positions, the IGNA community stands firm. It does not throw its token onto the market, but it buys, supports, and builds. Instead, this is one of the strongest signals a project can show in its early stages. It is not speculation that keeps it alive, but trust and genuine performance. A real economic foundation, not just a promise. Behind IGNA, there is not just a white paper, not just an idea, but real infrastructure, real investment, real industrial assets. A pyrolysis plant purchased and transported to Hungary. Facility approval procedure. The first facility currently under construction. A working nonprofit support structure. International growth targets, support network, and strategic partners. In other words, IGNA's worth is not dictated merely by market mood, but by a system that transforms plastic waste into oil, energy, and reusable materials. This model produces income in a sector that the entire world is paying ever greater attention to. Most cryptocurrencies never reach this point. IGNA, on the other hand, is already here. Increase in value even without buying. One of IGNA's most unique characteristics, which is almost unprecedented in the crypto world, its value can grow even if no one buys it. At first, this may sound strange, but the mechanism is logical and sustainable. The facility will operate, with the oil and products it sells generating income. From this revenue, liquidity expansion and token buybacks take place. New plants generate even more revenue, while the decreasing token supply and increasing backing raise the value. In other words, IGNA does not rely on an infinite stream of new investors, but on a real economic framework that can strengthen itself. This model could become one of the most important milestones in the crypto world. Most projects try to grow through marketing. IGNA, however, builds. For most cryptocurrencies, during the first critical period, interest decreases, the community breaks down, the developers disappear, commitments are not fulfilled. In the case of IGNA, the opposite takes place. The promises made have been realized. The plant is being built, the team is working, new partners appear, the circle of supporters grows, trust grows. Consistency of this kind is rare and of enormous value. For investors, this sends the message: this is not a short-term project. It is a long-term, real business model. Why is our current location remarkable? Because IGNA is not on the major exchanges. It is not driven by speculative billions. Its market is not manipulated. There is no hype campaign behind it. And yet it stays steady. And yet it keeps building. And yet it grows. This shows that IGNA's growth is organic and built on genuine foundations. If someone in this position is capable of this, then reaching the top 1,000 is realistic. The top 500 is possible. The top 100 is simply a question of time. If all production sites start running, if revenues expand, if token buying becomes routine, then IGNA's position could radically change in the crypto world. The most important message. At a time when countless cryptocurrencies are collapsing and thousands of projects vanish forever, IGNA does not just survive. It builds, develops, and strengthens. This is the distinction between speculation and true value. This is the line between temporary hype and enduring success. This is why IGNA represents a huge long-term opportunity. IGNA is not just a cryptocurrency. IGNA is a movement. The foundation of an industrial revolution, evidence that trust and effort create real value. And this is only the beginning.